Hello everyone, and welcome to a new episode of the best Reddit answers being read to you. Enjoy! What's one thing you'll never buy an off-brand version of again? Do car tires count here? Everyone is mentioning food, but Jesus please, if you are a young person, hear me out now, don't cheap out on your tires. I second this. Buying high-end winter tires makes a huge difference in driving performance. What if I live in a place that doesn't have winter? With good quality tires, you can drive somewhere that does. Paint. Cheap paint is crap, trust me, and get the name brand stuff, otherwise you're just going to need it eventually to paint over that patchy cheap crap. I second this. I work for a company that does professional cleaning. Sometimes we have to scrub walls. Cheap paint doesn't hold up. Good quality paint cleans easier, and still looks good when we're done. This is the worst. I've used magic erasers on walls tons of times. Used it at the new place I'm renting where the guy uses gluten and now the wall has a canker sore. Shoes, especially running. My back will never recover. You don't want to go cheap in those items that go between you and the ground. Shoes, mattress, tires, hamburger buns, airplanes. I read recently of a massage therapist on Reddit that bought a cheaper table off Amazon, and the first day it broke when an overweight client crawled up in it. She left in tears. They have weight limits. Cheap tables, chairs, and the like usually have a limit around 150-200. Please tell me this limit is in kg and not IBs. I really hope it's in kg, cause that is a very weak table otherwise. Scotch tape, freaking hate Dollar Tree Scotch tape. Same with post-it notes. Cheap ones have different adhesive and are crap. Dollar store post-its are so depressing. Watching them fall off is like dropping your ice cream cone or your balloon deflating. Cat litter. One wanted clumping. Not piss-laden cement. Ike, if you've already tried this, but pine litter is so nice. It turns into a powder when it gets wet, but it traps and smell way better in my opinion. Not really off-brand, but there were these tampons that were cheaper than my usual and were also eco-friendly. I remember feeling so good about finding something Greenpeace would love me for just to have bits of fluff fly everywhere in my effing bathroom the second it opened up. They hadn't even pressed the tampon into shape. It was literally just a loose cotton scam that, had I shoved it up my hoo-ha, would have left me living the life of a stuffed bear to this day. Video game controllers. Lamau, I bought a GameStop brand controller because it was $20 over a legit Xbox controller that cost $60. The thing needed batteries but didn't have a slot that opened up to insert batteries, and had a fake USB port. What the actual effing duck? GameStop brand, sounds like a small company making a bunch of cheap SHT for GameStop to brand and sell, kinda like Amazon Basics. Classic Dawn dish soap. By far the most effective and more than justifies the cost. A little goes a long way. Also, mixing it 3/4 Dawn to 1/4 water, even half and half, gets a lot more value out of each bottle with no negative effect. Why not just use a tinier squirt to the dishwater? Bruh. I used to always buy something cheap that looked nice enough. Only recently I went to a lingerie shop for the first time to get properly measured. Bought 2 sets of bra that actually fit perfectly and both feel and look great. My life quality improved in an instant. This, after a visit to our /Abra that fits of course. Went from my Versus size of 34A/B to my real size of 30DD. Life effing changing. And then to go from poopty bras to some nice brands that actually have my size? Hell yeah. Preach it, sister. A proper bra fitting is something I encourage all women to get done. Crayon/colored pencils. No rose art for me or my future children. I actually remember a fist fight breaking out over rose art crayons in elementary school. You would probably be better off coloring with a candle. Oreo cookies. My family bought generic everything, but that was definitely the worst. Oreos are technically the knockoff. The original is Hydrox, which is a terrible name for a cookie. True. I much rather prefer the sound of Oreos and milk than Hydrox and chloroquine. This made me chuckle. Band-Aids. Cheap Band-Aids suck, especially when you need to use them on your fingers. I'm a server and can go through at least 6 or 7 cheap Band-Aids in one shift for one cut because they fall off as soon as they get wet. I love tough strips because they actually stay on when they get wet, so I only end up changing it maybe once just to be hygienic. Nexcare is best. Never goes on sale though. Pads. You've never experienced discomfort if you've never worn a cheap pad. I'm gonna hop in here and say cloth pads actually do it for me. Way more comfortable than any disposable pad, and way more absorbent. Better for the environment and cheaper in the long run too. While we're on the topic, if a tampon user is reading this, you gotta switch to a menstrual cup. Your vagina will thank you. If you're a pad user and interested in trying internal devices, go with a cup. Trust me. Combine a cup with cloth pads or period panties as backup and you'll legitimately have the most comfortable and convenient period of your life. Sustainable period care all the way. Anything from Wish.com. I bought a tablet off of Wish, and I really did my homework, triple checked all the stats for a week before deciding to pull the trigger. It finally came, and had about a 3-minute battery life. Couldn't get most apps because it was running some janky off-brand version of the Android OS, and it was slower getting a pothole fixed. I broke the screen by accident and opened up the back to see if it could be replaced. 90% of the tablet's volume was styrofoam packing so it wouldn't rattle. There was one singular circuit board the size of a playing card taped on the back of the screen, with 4 wires running out of it. One to the headphone jack, one to the charging port, one to the screen and one into the only other component, a plastic bag, also taped to the back of the screen. I wondered what it could possibly be, and my only thought was that the battery was in that bag. I cut it open and realized that the battery was the bag, just a bag of lithium with wires running in and out. Never bought another thing from Wish again. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.